Okay, folks, we're going to take part 2 to that last tutorial, Mr. Balian here, and basically we set up our scene with the two models that we had previously created, and we imported the third one. Okay, so we want to take a shot. Shot looks like this. Looks okay, but we want to change it to a nice background and with using mental ray. So first thing I want to do is get into, well, I can change this to renderings and so on, but I'm not going to get there. You guys are on grade 9 and 10. I'm going to keep it simple. Render setting here, clapboard with two little ticks with it, so it's like an X, I think. So right now it's rendering out of Maya software, and the format is IFF, and the size is 640 by 480. Okay, you can simply change that to whatever you want right now. So you can go, let's say 1000 pixels, tab 800, for example. Okay, and then press, you do that, you just tab away, and then if you click on the second clapboard, bigger file. Makes sense, right? Cool. What we want to do right now is go down to the drops here, render using Maya software. I want to change it to mental ray. Okay, and we'll notice a few things that are going to be different. So everything here is the same. I want to change my resolution to 150 right now. Okay, pixels per inch. I'll change the size to, let's have fun here. It's only one frame, so we'll do I'm running 1080 HD, for example. Okay, I'm going to go to quality, and sorry, before I do that, yeah, let's do that. Sample mode, that's cool. Here it is, quality presets. I'm going to go to production, and the last part is my favorite part here. Image-based lighting, create, and watch what it does for you. Create. Okay, that's all we did. We just went in here, we checked out the size, we said HD, and it's out of perspective. Okay, and what I'm doing right now, I'm right here, sir. It's in this cabinet. Thank you. I added the quality to production, and the third thing I'm doing is adding lighting here. Okay, that's it. Just press create on both, and watch what the results will look like. I'm going to use the second clapper again. Watch the difference this time. It's going to look pretty nice. We're going to have, I think it's in there. All right, I think this is what we're looking at, and the pieces are looking a lot better. And what I'm going to do is just rotate this around in terms of which way the sun angle is coming in. And I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so there's the shot. Looks pretty good. Okay, and you can easily save it to file, save as. Well, you should save it as a JPEG for now. Okay, but I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to rotate our sun. So notice where this is it right here. See here, the directions from the left side. So if I want to bring it to the front, I'm just going to see here, we're in the attribute editor, right? I'm going to press Control A. I'm going to rotate. Let's just say it's 90, okay? Boom. As you notice, it's shooting upwards, and this is going to be a disaster. That means shooting up to the sky. We don't want that. 90 in terms of negative rotation, straight down. So that's like midday, right? Now let's take another shot and see the difference here, okay? Right, I'm going to play around with this so you can see it's still low and so on, and that's the starting point. Okay, I'm going to move it around and such just to get a better angle and so on right now. Okay, so I'm going to move this, say negative 75. I think which is what we had before, I believe. Yeah, that's what we had. Let me just press E for rotate on this. There we go. Okay, I'm going to change it back to negative 90 and rotate it myself manually like this and over, and I'm going to come out a bit, and I see what's going on. Okay, let's shoot it like that, over, and then W to move it away, move up, and slide it over this way. Okay, so the angle, just fix this a bit. Okay, so we're going to try to bring the shadows on that side. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in here a bit, change my angle, make sure my shot's within the 3 here. I haven't even given these a material, so why don't we just do that quickly. I'm going to right click. Okay, I'm going to assign new material, and I'm going to click on Lambert. Okay, poly surface, it's coming up here right at the beginning. I'm going to have to clean the history on this immediately. I'll show you that. Lambert, here's the color, so let's just bring it flat, that color. So that'll be cool. Let's change this one to something else, whatever you guys want. Again, this is the color right now. It is Lambert. And why don't I just Just for fun, we'll make it blue, okay? Do we want blue? Not really. I'm more into, let's just do something like that. Okay, well, you can basically right-click, assign new material, and we'll press Lambert. Here we go, right? And we're not going to get too complicated in here. Just brightening it up a bit with a hint. Let's just say a little hint of red in there. Okay, rose. So we'll just change this up a bit. Actually, stop. I'm going to right-click again, assign new material, and Lambert. And you're in the color zone here, and let's go with a light blue on this one, okay? Just for fun, all right? And see how it goes, and I'm going to render this piece right now. And I haven't done anything to the ground either, so you're welcome to add. We can add a texture and so on. We can bring that in. But for now, this is looking pretty good. Okay, with it, I'll play with some angles. Wow, there's some rendering issues here. But overall, this is kind of cool. I like my layout. It looks a lot better than before. And let's just finish it as file, save image. Target has a high end. You guys are in grade 9, so we're not going to get into these high... we'll go simple compression to just JPEG, okay? So I'm going to call this my shot. My shot. _01. It's actually in JPEG. Good enough. Notice how Maya goes right to the images folder. Okay, good saving. This looks okay for now. See you in the next lesson. Okay, Balian out. Okay, I think I stopped capturing.